Hello and good evening, everyone. I think everybody can hear me. And I'm just going to actually, there are a few people still who are unable to join. And thank you, Priyanka, for saying a yes. Thank you, Monica, and everyone else. Thank you all for joining us today. This gives us immense pleasure to see 100, almost 100 or even more, educators who are going to join us on 10th of July, and we are eagerly looking forward to meeting you all and making your day and our day worthwhile. And we have high expectations and we have high agenda planned for everybody. So yeah, I mean, we would expect each and every one of you to be on your top of the on to be on the top of your game, and we would make a sincere effort to meet all your expectations, all your your time worthwhile is what we'll try and make. All right, so let me begin by introducing myself. I'm Meenakshi Oberoi. I am the CEO of D Pedagogics. D Pedagogics is the knowledge partner for this event, and we will be your mentors and your friends and your facilitators for this very event called Adobe Creative Experience. So, welcome on board Adobe Creative Experience. Let me begin with the great news. Well, the good news and the great news is that all the educators, those 100 educators or 100 plus educators that have been selected or are going to join us on this day are going to be trained to become Adobe Creative Educators. So all of you will be certified Adobe educators post training that day. And yes, thank you for the thumbs up. Really, really needed that one. It's absolutely exciting times for us because this is going to be the first cohort of educators who are going to be selected as Adobe Creative Educators. So with this, we mark the beginning of Adobe education programs very aggressively in India, and we will need your partnership in making it successful and for creating, I think, the way we have worked in our, yes, we certainly, Abha, look forward to your friendship and love to hear your enthusiasm towards it. You've shown us much love on Twitter. Please keep doing that. I will be talking about these things as we move along. But now is the time for us to introduce the whole process. So till now, as of now, what has happened is we started this event sometime back, way back actually, with a number of webinars that were announced. These webinars were hosted on 21st and 22nd of June, and we actually mentored teachers into how they could use technology in their classroom. There were 4 webinars that were held, and each of the 4 strands that are going to be our leading strands for this event were talked about. I know many of you have not attended those webinars, yet a link to the video of that webinars is being posted in our chat window, and we will be sharing this with you on that day also. But I will really appreciate, we'll also share it in our WhatsApp group so that you have the link available with you. And we will expect that you must have at least viewed the, the strand that you are going to work under. You should have viewed that video while you come over there. Not that we do not have enough preparation for you. We're going to do loads and we're very excited. So, Prajita, thank you for that. Wow. And yes, it is exciting. It's absolutely exciting for us to be a part of this, to be leading this whole event, and to be the only ones in the country right now to be leading that. So, here are the, 4 webinars as a pre event that had happened. And a link to this will be posted in the chat window. And I'm relying on my very trusted co mentor, Duhita Parmar, for this. And I'm sure she's just going to post a link to this very webinar in the chat window. What I want to portray here first is, okay, wait. Yes, you can see it all. These are all the preparations that we have been doing while we know you're coming. We need to be absolutely prepared for you. So let me share what the process is and then probably move forward from here. I don't think you can see my screen. Just give me 1 minute, please. Yeah, I have it. So here's the process of how this is going to happen. We had anticipated, in fact, we had received about 500 applications for actually 500 and something applications for this, which our jury has been very kind to look through, and we selected about 150 educators to be a part of this Adobe Creative Experience. Many of us were still on vacation and we could not get a chance to be a part of that selection process, and we still received registration for many from many more. So many of the educators, actually by now only handful are, I would rather say not more than 5 educators are left who have not submitted their spark. So we opened the window with our webinar, and post that you were supposed to submit a whole spark made by you on a strand of your choice, and we gave you a choice to choose your own strand over there. Post that, the selection was made and about 150 educators were invited. Now, our plan is that we will segregate these, educators into groups. So there are 4 strands. So there will be 8 groups now, not 9, 8 groups in each. We are not accepting any more, consent now, because we need to call it. We need to halt this because our processes are much deeper than just nominations. So we will have group 1 to group 8 in each of the strands. The 4 strands that we have spoken about are creativity and innovation, creativity and collaboration, creativity and diversity, and creativity and communication. In each of these strands, there will be 8 groups, and at each of the group, there will be 3 educators at least in each of the group. But yes, given that many people are traveling from far and near, as far as Tamil Nadu, Chennai, Bangalore, so a shout out to Kamalpreet, shout out to Mr. Manohar Subramaniam, who are traveling literally from Bangalore and Tamil Nadu to be here with us. So thank you so much for showing us this energy, and that actually gives us energy to do more. So once we've given you the projects, or you will also be given the parameters on which. So these are the parameters on which you will be evaluated. So there's a jury of about 8 members who are going to evaluate. So 2 jury members to each of the strands have been allocated, and these jury will be their eye will be on the 4 strands that are in front of you. They shall then select 3 groups from each of the strand, who will then be selected or awarded as Adobe Creative Ambassadors. So this is huge. Yes, this is huge. This actually needs a round of applause, but then I cannot make you applause right now. So I'm going to pause and I'm going to repeat the process. Just once again, we had a set of webinars, 4 webinars on each of the strands that happened on 21st and 22nd of June. We will be sharing the recording with you. As we disclose in the next slide, we'll disclose which group you belong to or which strand you belong to. Kindly view at least the one that belongs to your strand, view that video and come on 10th. On 10th, today itself, you're being allocated in groups. There are about 8 groups, and each of the group has minimum of 3 teachers. And these teachers will undergo a training. So how our morning begins is, as you come in at 9 a.m., and 9 a.m. is sharp 9 a.m. So I'm going to put it as 8:30. And we will be sending you emails to this effect saying that kindly be there by 8:30. As you come in, our registration desk will register you again, and then you will be escorted to a hall where our event is happening. Once everyone is there, we'll have an opening or a welcome note from Garima. Garima Babar is the one mastermind behind this whole event, and she's our touch point and our leading manager at Adobe. And after that, Ben Forta, who has flown in, who's our global lead, has flown in specially for this event, and he will be taking a workshop for about 2 hours from 9 to 11, about 9:30 to 11:30. We'll have a tea break then. Well, yes, I know you're traveling from far and near, therefore, tea is certainly called for. We'll have a tea break, and guess what? Food at Adobe is amazing. Amazing. Okay, so look forward to it for all those foodies. This was just one comment. Okay, moving forward, after that, we are going to have time of about 2 hours. Let's say about 11:30 to 1:30. We will have 2 hours to plan a project. We, as mentors, are going to take about 20 minutes to explain to you what the project is going to be and take your queries and answer them. We need only 10 minutes for projection, but we would love to take you on a journey to understand the project. And then you will have about an hour and a half. If I include the lunch time, then you will have till about 2 p.m. to finish your project. Earlier you do, earlier we send you to jury. Jury evaluations will start by 2 p.m. We will send all the groups one by one to the jury. I know you'll say somebody will get more time and someone will get less time. To take care of that, we have kept a working lunch, and we are saying that, please utilize your work time or your lunch time also for this. Not only this, once you've been told that jury has started, that's your time to network. That's your time to put your fingers on the Twitter and tweet your creations and tweet about your experiences. This whole jury and the selection will not take more than an hour and a half. 90 minutes is what we have allocated to it. And in the meanwhile, we will have the ATL uh, director speaking to you about what are the possibilities, what is it that, how does he view this whole engagement, and how do you think creativity could be taken forward in our classrooms. That is the agenda, post which we will announce the results, and those out of 150 educators, 50 educators approximately, which means top three groups. So 3 into 4 into 3, I'm assuming it's going to be somewhere around 48. If not, then less, then at least 50 educators will be selected to stay back and attend, be awarded the next day. So the next day is the School Leaders Summit. Only educators who are going to be awarded as school leader, Adobe Creative Ambassadors will be invited to attend and be a part of that event and be awarded. If you're traveling from outstation, I'll urge you to kindly build in 2 days, because neither I nor you know if we get selected or not. So I'm going to pause here to take the questions before I move forward, right? So looking at the chat window, I have something from Aprajita. So I am one of those few. Yes, Aprajita, and we completely understand. Actually, Pathways is already a partner school for Microsoft. They already have a Creative Cloud. Therefore, for us to accommodate requests from our partner schools is never a problem, because we know they will get interventions, and I'm sure they're already ready about what is a Spark. So the whole essence of sharing those webinars was, one, to familiarize you with Spark, because it's a super easy tool. You don't need a training, yet we gave trainings during that time. But also to help you get a view of what the conversations are going to be around, what do the strands stand for. Duhita had already, or I think somebody had already shared the link to webinar recordings. I've again given you. Okay, thank you. I've again posted them in the chat window. Tuhita, do we have any questions? So all members of a winning group will be school ambassadors. You will not be school ambassadors, you will be educator ambassadors. So your title, number one, yes. All the 3 members of that group will be awarded the status of Adobe Creative Ambassadors. Good question, Abha. So yeah, and we have been very conscious that no 2 teachers from the same school should be in the same group. And as far as possible, which was not really possible, but as far as possible, not even in the same strand. I have another question here. Yes. The project you're talking about, the topic is given by mentors or to be selected by the team? By the team, very clearly. Uh, Kaushal, what I'm trying to put here is there are 4 strands. We will give you an idea about, if we were in your place, how would we perceive this project? And then it is up to you. You 3 have to decide what should be the topic, how How should you connect? You're all connected via WhatsApp group. You will get the names right now. Please get connected with your group if you would like to. And if you want to discuss something, please go ahead. It's certainly your prerogative. Okay, when we will come to know about the groups right now, Anamika. Right now, just in a few next few minutes, I will be sharing the groups with you. Good question. So please keep your questions rolling. We are holding back telling you about groups because we know there are going to be much queries, but we want to do some hygiene stuff before we get into that. Okay, Abha. Uh, sorry, topic means learning topic for students or something else. It could be anything. It could be a topic that can be, it has to be a learning engagement which you can use in the class tomorrow, which means it can be any topic, whether it be sports, music, art, science, anything, any subject. So it's independent of subject. More questions?
No, at present we don't have it. Do we need to bring our own
Oh,
device?
yes, Ritu, yes, thank you for reminding. You certainly will need a device. Please carry your own devices. You will certainly need. Charu, group project could be created by one of the group member ID or separate ID, Adobe ID. One ID will do. But since you can work collaboratively, I would say share the Spark, because later on people keep asking us that, our group members did not share the Spark. So it's a good practice to at least share that Spark with everybody, and you can work in a collaborative mode in Spark. So that's not a problem. Runa, please let us know if we need to do some revision. No, you don't need a revision or a recap, Runa. All you need to do is just view the video once for your strand and come. We'll be happy. Um, Taken that
Internet
we will have
connection.
internet connectivity. Certainly, Kamalpreet, that's a given. We will give you internet connection. Let me start talking about the logistics in a minute. Ma'am, talking about immersive learning, could we use other apps? No, it has to be Spark. In combination with Spark, yes. So the baseline tool to be used is Spark. Additionally, you may use as many tools as you want. That answers your questions, I guess. Okay. I don't see more questions, but they'll keep coming in. Let me start with the logistics and bit of a hygiene. Um, when you come that morning, I can assure you it's going to rain. So please be prepared. When you come, preferably carpool if someone is coming from same direction, please. Not because there is a dearth of parking, but because when you come in, you will see the parking is on the other side of the road. So you'll have to walk from the parking to the office, main office. We'll urge you to please carpool or take a cab, preferably, and get dropped at the gate. Alternatively, or rather, I would say additionally, please carry umbrellas. Carry a government ID. Hard copy is essential. Again, when we get into these offices, all the cops have their own security systems. And here, a mandate is that you must carry a government ID in hard copy, which means it could be Aadhaar card, it could be your any ID card that has your name and address along with your photograph is a government ID. Uh, Next, a mailer will be sent to you with agenda location and the specifications that please carry your government ID and umbrellas. Um, okay, movement is a restriction over there. When you're inside, once you're inside, movement is going to be restricted. I know you all have multiple questions. I'm not looking over there right now. I simply want to first roll down and then probably jump into questions. So I will answer your questions. Don't worry about it. So when you're inside the building, you will be escorted to the venue, and we urge you to kindly not move around in the campus. This is a highly secured campus, and it's a Saturday, it's a non-working day. You will not find people working inside, but we urge you. And if you wish that you would want to have a round of the premise, probably when the jury is going on, if we are able to, and I put a big if, and I literally type a big if we are able to accommodate, we certainly will accommodate a round or a tour of the office. I know when we go to these courses, we really want to see what their workplaces look like, but there are certain restrictions on movement which bar us from doing that. You can take photographs. In fact, we have a photo booth specially for you. So, yes, deck up and come and stay ready. Think your pose and come literally. We have props for you ready, and you can take as many pictures as you want in the defined area. There's a whole backdrop of the event that will be available to you. Please use our hashtag Adobe Creative Educator all the time while tweeting or putting on Facebook or Instagram or wherever you are putting up. It is essential that you put use our hashtag, because without that we will not be able to capture it, and if we are not able to capture it, there's no fun. I've put the hashtag in our chat window. Please take it away from there. Please copy and paste, and please tweet about it a lot. Tweet about what you're hearing right now. Let the world know that you're going to be a part of this amazing event. We are highly thankful to these corporate offices who actually open up their doors for us to host these events, and the kind of energy that we get over there. I'm going to pause it. Okay, so we expect you to also carry your own device. Like I said, I can assure you it's going to rain. Kindly carry your device in a very safe, at least a bag which is safe, rainproof. You will be given internet connection. There will be enough charging points around, and there will be water provided, there will be food provided. You don't need to worry. So, yeah, Ridhima, I'll start taking your questions now. Ridhima says, we will be provided laptop or desktop. No, you have to carry. Group project would be created by one of the group member ID or separate Adobe IDs, one ID, and you can share it with others, and you must share it with others. Please let us know if we need to do some revision. Oh, sorry, I've already taken this. Kaushal, I've already taken this. Okay, can we use the
Please
same
come
web
to
page?
Saru. Yes.
Saru says that can we use the same web page, video, or graphics that we have submitted for the first level? I would leave it for your group to decide. If it matches your topic and if it matches your strand, then by all means, yes, save your time, use that. Maybe, Saru, what you've told me is a good idea. Maybe people can build on what already you've created. So yeah, you may take that as your base and build on that. That's a good idea. Abha, PAN card. Um, does it have your name, address, and your photograph? Then yes. Okay. When we share this Spark with people, I've observed that one person is editing, others can't do the same at the same time. Is that so? Well, if you are not on the same domain, then yes, that might be so. But if you're on the same domain, there is no issue. So for that day, I would suggest, you work on one. Maybe you could check if that is working or not. I have not faced any such problem. We've been working collaboratively. I'm not too sure if we have worked on the same time, but then we have been working collaboratively, Sonia. But good question. So, wow, I've answered all the questions. The questions finish off really fast. Please let me know if there are any other questions. I am happy to answer. I'm taking
Teachers
questions.
teachers also need to carry their school ID.
Okay, so Duhita, the floor is all yours in case you want to add something.
Yeah, so other than the government ID, whether it's a Aadhaar card or your driving license, meaning thereby your name and your permanent address, you also need to carry your school ID also along with you for identification. That's one more requisite for the same.
No, Sunena, the topics will not be given by the mentors. Topics are going to be yours. Yes, Aprajita, the event is in Noida. My apologies. I should give you the address right here, and I'm just going to type it. Biometric card will serve. Oh, okay, Monica, this
Anamika,
is
yeah,
beyond me.
Anamika, if selected, what will be the time for dispersal? It would be around 2 o'clock, after 2 o'clock.
No, 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 no.
2,
Dispersal is 5.
second
It
day.
is
She's asking about
second day.
second day.
Oh, second day. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Second day.
sorry. Yes, second day post lunch you can leave. Any questions out there? Anything that anyone would like me to answer? I'm happy to answer. Address. I'm just giving you the address. Yeah, so the address I will just give you. Otherwise, the mail that is reaching you and the WhatsApp group that we have created, you will get the address there. Though the address is, also mentioned in the mails I think that have gone to you. So please
I'm
do
sharing.
check that. Yeah.
Talking about internet connection, you will be providing us with Wi-Fi passcodes. Yes, caution.
Yes, those are
Yeah.
mostly event passcodes that are provided to you at any event, and thereon you can take it forward.
Why are you nervous, Aparajita?
Prajita is actually shifting homes. Therefore, she's a little cautious about how and where she's going to come. I know that. Okay, Priyanka Singh, we need to choose the strand again as a new group form. No. Priyanka, what I'm going to do is, good time to ask this question. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to share with you right now the groups. But before I display that, folded hands, a request. We have given this grouping careful consideration. We urge with folded hands. I wish I had my video on and I could show you. I've actually folded my hands. Kindly do not request for a group change. Kindly do not. We would not have time to do that. If there are some genuine concerns, probably we could look into it. Otherwise, we would really urge if we could refrain from such request. On that note, here are your groups. I think you can see them on the screen. So the
Yes.
green color is for creativity and innovation. You have group one to group 8. Next you have creativity and collaboration, wherein you have group 1 to group 8. You have creativity and diversity, group 1 to group 8, and creativity and communication, group 1 to 8. By and large, we have tried sticking to your request, but if you see yourself shifted to another, believe you me, there is a strong reason why we have done that, and trust us for that.
मीरा तेरा
But
फोन आ रहा है
it was required.
तेरा फोन कहाँ है
I need to mute the audience. Just a minute. All right. So here we have groups in front of you, and I know the queries will start. What we are also doing is additionally, we are certainly sharing this grouping in our WhatsApp group. Additionally, we will be mailing you about the groups. The screen is not clear. Okay. All right. Let me give you a clearer view. Just a minute. Okay.
Subha, what if we cannot see our names? Your name is there, Subha.
If you can't see your name, you need to tell me now. In the chat window, just say my name is not there, I can't see it,
Yes.
because it's important for us to see whose name isn't there. So, do you see this? Can you see this clearly now?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
So, Sonia, the contact numbers of the people are there in the WhatsApp group that is created. Bharti B. Bharti
Bharti
Bha
Basin, your name is
Bhasi.
there.
It's there, ma'am.
No one from Indraprastha. Taruna, you told me only one teacher is coming and we have only Deepika's confirmation. Please give me the confirmation. I'm holding few names. Let me just jump into the window.
Priyanka, please type in the names of the other two members if they have submitted their sparks.
Yeah. And please, over here, Taruna, please give me your names and we will be able to accommodate here. I'm still holding my group 9 and I have it blank.
Neelam Malhotra, ma'am, you can't see your name?
नीलम मैम आपका नाम है, आई हैव सीन इट.
Yes, Neelam Anand. So your surname was not mentioned. It was only, it's written only Neelam. You are there in group 6, please. Shweta, the links I have already posted in the chat window of the webinars. So I have again put in the link for the webinars. Ritika ma'am, can you mute yourself, please? Ritika Gupta ma'am, can you mute yourself? No, Taruna, you cannot do that. Ritu Joshi ma'am, your name is there. Ridhima K. Any queries, any questions, please?
So sorry. I thought I was talking to you. I've answered almost all the questions and without knowing that I was on mute. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
So, Ridhima, please note. Did you hear me saying all of this?
Yes, yes, just
Okay.
now.
Okay. So, Ridhima, we've allocated a group to you. Kindly note that. And if your strands are different than what you had requested for, we had run out of strands by then. So, kindly bear with us. Any other update? Any further info we may leave? No, not really. You don't need any other information. I think you're already all set. You know we are around. You know we are a part of that WhatsApp group. You may leave a message there, or you may leave a message here in the chat window. We'll be happy to answer anything that you would want to, ask us, tell us, suggest us, anything. We need this program to be a huge success. We're going to have press and media also out there capturing us. So please be prepared, be excited, be proud to be a part of this event, and let's meet on 10th. We are here, always connected, always available to answer any questions that you have. At this point, I'm going to stop recording, but I'm happy to answer any question.